Hi, I'm Brent Haseker with Netsource Technologies. I'm a website consultant here, and today I am talking with Melissa Thrush. She's a coworker of mine here at Netsource as well, and I've asked her to do this video with me because she wrote a blog article last year that is actually really good and still very relevant that I wanted to talk about with customers because it's something that I don't think a lot of customers are really too aware of. We mention it a lot to customers, but I don't think there's really that top of mind awareness yet on it. So we want to do a video to kind of bring it more out to light and kind of hopefully share this important information with you. And basically what this is about local listings and claiming your local listings online. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to let Melissa tell you who she is and what she does here at Netsource, and then we'll get started.
Okay, sure. I'm Melissa Thrush. I'm the Director of Customer Care here at Netsource, and I've been here since, I think, 2010. Mm-hmm. And so basically my job is to be a liaison between all of our teams and our clients. So I work with the sales team, the designers, the programmers, the technical team, and the customers, just kind of get a holistic view of projects that we're doing and make sure things are running smoothly, on time, and on budget. And I also work with the marketing team to make sure that we're doing things that are up to date and that the sales team is informed on what those things are.
Okay, great. And like I said, we're going to talk about local listings and why it's important to claim your local business listings. So to start off, first of all, let's just ask the question of what are local business listings?
Sure. So local business listings are any site where your business information is listed in a directory format. So you're probably very familiar with Google Maps or your Google My Business listing, Yahoo and Bing, Yellow Pages, and things like that. But there are so many of them, most of which people have never heard of before, but they're out there. So things like Yellowbot, City Squares, and things like that.
And those are a lot of times will be the things that I'll see, like when I do a search for a company, and I'll see all these different directory listings pull up. So obviously that would be what you're talking about.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so they are important because they even though no one necessarily goes to these services to actually do a search for a business in a lot of cases, they still show up through Google when you do a search. So that's one reason why they're really important.
Yes.
So we know now since they show up a lot in Google, so it's important. But why exactly are they important to claim your listings? How does all of that actually tie in?
Sure. So those sites get your information from the internet. So depending on where they get it from, when they've gotten that information, we don't know if it's accurate or not. So if you're not claiming your own listings, you don't know what information is out there. So there could be outdated addresses or wrong website links or anything like that, just depending on how accurate the information was at the time and what's changed since then. So claiming your listings are important because then you have control over that. So making sure that your Google My Business listing is claimed and your Yelp listing is claimed. There's so many out there, though. That's kind of the struggle, is making sure that you have all of your information updated. Yeah,
sometimes I'll talk to customers and I'll mention, hey, you've got these listings, when I do a search for you got all these listings, and there's some of these that have wrong information in them, and they're like, I've never even heard of these services. How in the world did my information even get on these services? Well, that's a good question. I'm sure they've all got their different techniques, and there's probably some scraping of data off the internet and some automated stuff that where this information comes from. But obviously, if you don't have control of that, then you've got wrong information that's out there. And that can impact, like you said, it can impact customer confidence if they're seeing all this wrong information, and they might drive to the wrong address for your business and then get all frustrated and go to a competitor or something like that.
Sure.
So tell us a little bit about curating your listings and how that helps with marketing.
Sure. So on some of the sites, there's actually the ability to add photos. Even some of them can do limited time specials that you can post online. So clearly these aren't like your big marketing. These aren't as important as your website and things like that. But these are kind of like little additional things that you can put out there, hopefully pointing back to your correct website as long as your listing is up to date. But you can add photos. A lot of them have reviews, which is probably the most important aspect of that. So if you haven't claimed your listing, you have no way to kind of combat bad reviews or to thank people for good reviews. It's just out there and you have no say in it at all. So
right. And a lot of people also ask me too about how you get rid of, bad reviews, and really you can't get rid of them. So the best way to deal with them is to actually address them and respond to them, and show how you respond to those negative reviews. And actually that goes a long ways, because really every time I go to buy something, I always research it online. And I'm always weeding through all of the reviews, because I know there's going to be a certain percentage that are really positive, a certain percentage that are really bad, and then a certain percentage that's somewhere in between. And obviously, even the best products out there, usually even if there's 98% of the reviews that are saying how awesome this product is, there's still going to be 2% that's telling you it's a piece of junk. So usually you can, people are smart enough to know that not every negative review is a true reflection of who you are as a business. And when you get those negative reviews and you respond and you show them what your true character is and how, you deal in a positive way, that can help people go, oh yeah, that's just some jerk that was saying something negative about this business. They got other good reviews and they responded really good to this particular person. So it's a good opportunity to show how awesome you are.
Also, on that same kind of thinking is that nobody's perfect. So there are going to be times when you've just messed up as a company, or you didn't provide the best kind of service. And then using that format where you can reply to reviews in a way that says, I'm going to make this right for you, unhappy customer, that goes miles too for you in your business, and people trusting your company to take care of them.
Absolutely. And so just looking for some stuff we haven't covered here, and you're doing some great information here. The visibility of your brand, how does that kind of increase it by having these listings online? Is there anything in particular that it can do to help increase your brand visibility online?
Sure. So let's take, for example, maybe a local restaurant. Let's say I want Vietnamese food and I'm near Orlando today. If I go on, Yelp is a great one to look for. They have some other services too. So just some restaurants can do you can make reservations there, for example. So Yelp is a good one to look for when you're looking in an area and you're looking for something specific. So if I go to Yelp and I type in Vietnamese food near Orlando, I want to be shown up there. Right. So if I am an owner of my listing, then I can make sure everything is correct, and I can probably even list a little bit of description of why I'm better than the next Vietnamese place down the street or whatever. So claiming your listing and using anything that listing gives you the availability to do is additional marketing. And really, like you mentioned, since you can put additional information on there, they might not ever even get to your website. They might not.
So those services can actually be the place where they find out information about you and then contact you, and that's the conduit to your business of getting that customer. So yes, from a search engine marketing standpoint, it's good for your search engine visibility for your website, but also it's just an additional way of getting traffic to your site without even coming to your website. And they're using these services already. So don't let them choose another restaurant instead. If you're there and you've got all the information and you've really informed them of what you offer. Yeah,
and another bonus too, Brent, is that most of those listing sites, I would go out on a limb and say all of them, have a website URL link. So having those links out there to your website from a relevant listing, relevant to your business, and then linking out to your website, those are inbound links to your website, which is also good for SEO and just for your general optimization of your site.
Absolutely. Okay. Is there some other opportunities that you can think of for claiming your business listing?
I think we've covered most of them. Just having consistent information online, not missing out on those little extra opportunities to reach people where they are. Those inbound links being really important. Those are probably the most important things. And also, let's just go ahead and say that who has time to do all of those listings individually? I don't. I mean, between 40 and 60 places to go and update your information. Say you move, you have expanded, you have a bigger location now, you've just moved a few blocks down the street. You don't have time to go and update 40 to 60 different directory sites. Right,
exactly. So, one of the things that we offer is the ability to manage that for you. If that's something that you don't have the time to do, because manually you'd have to go into every one of those sites and update that information. So if your phone number changes and you're like, oh my gosh, I just got all this stuff updated, and now I got to go through and manually do all this, otherwise all my information is going to be wrong. So we do have a service that we can provide where we can handle that information for you. It can syndicate out all that information whenever your information changes, so that you don't have to worry about it being updated. It changes quickly across all of those directory listings. So we do offer services where we can help you out with this. You can also check online to find out how you're currently doing in the listings. We've got a website address. If you actually want to go to it, it's https, and I'll put it down here in the description of this video, https://scan.netsourceinc.com, and there's no www with that. It's just scan.netsourceinc.com. You can go there, you can plug in your website address, and you can find out actually how your listings look in all of these different directory sites, and it might shock you.
Yeah, check out the health of your listings, basically. It should give them a percentage of a grade on their listings. Right,
so that can be a very helpful tool for you to find out. And again, we offer support with these directory listings. So if you need any assistance on it, definitely give us a call. Some of the things that we do is with our annual service that we have for managing directory listings is we can claim your listings, make sure there's no duplicate content, because that happens a lot of times where your name might be listed a couple different ways, like Acme.Inc. or Acme Inc. versus Acme Incorporated, and Google might actually see that as two different businesses, and so we can actually find those different
directory site.
For a directory, and then we can actually find those duplicates and get rid of them and consolidate them into one so that it's correct. We can also do quarterly status reports. We can also let you know if there's any reviews on those particular directory services, so that then you know, oh hey, I've got a review, I got to go take a look at that.
And respond.
Like Melissa said, if it's a good review, you can say thank you for your review. If it's a bad, then you can deal with it in a positive way online and show people how great you are. So give us a call if that's something that we can help you with. Obviously, these directory services they're free for you to go on to and to be able to update your information and to claim your listing. But it is a lot of manual time. So if you do want assistance with that, give us a call. Our number is 1-800-709-3240. And is there anything else you wanna add to this?
I think that pretty much sums it up.
Okay, great. So thank you for watching. We appreciate it. Make sure you like this video and share it if it was useful for you. And also be on the lookout for other videos. We really want to start giving you some more information on a regular basis here at Netsource for different things that we know our clients are either struggling with or just don't have enough information on.
And check out the blog. There's a lot of information there too.
Yeah, like we said, this discussion is based off a blog article that Melissa posted last year on this topic. We've got a lot of great information on our blog, netsourceinc.com/blog. So make sure to check out some other articles we got.
Yes.
Great. All right. Well, thanks, Melissa. And thank you all for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.